Colonial Confederation has entered its darkest hour since its inception. Yesterday at 1300 hours Universal Standard Time, the upper house of the Senate was dissolved in a vote of no confidence. Their inability to handle the war to the west and their incompetence at handling civil affairs has led to the population to vote against the governing body. This means that local governors now have direct control over their populace, and the military has been handed over to Grand Admiral Attar, who now has total control of the military. Up to this point, a central committee inside the government had been handling all strategic moves by the military. This has led to bureaucratic infighting and favoritism, which has led to the war being drawn out longer than it had to, and several mistakes being made. At this time, Grand Admiral Attar has issued new orders to the fleet, including the manning of Colonial Landing Strike Force, Rage, and Fury. They're going to be full of troops. We're going to go ahead and load them up with troops that they have nearby. Also, we will be moving certain security forces to the frontiers that are being scouted by the enemy. Also, we will be waging another fight against the pirates to the east, which have been causing us a lot of trouble. I'm going to go ahead and have Task Force 2 move to Jadar to move against that exploration ship. We'll also be having Plenty, Colonial Fleet Resupply Force, Plenty. They're moving to Castellus Minor. Now the idea is we will be moving the landing forces to Colleen Minor and Turadum. The idea is to take this system because it is inhabited by quote-unquote friendly species, the Shindar and Securans, as well as Tudurum. It has Securans. The main objective is to cut off Castellus Minor from the rest of the Boscuran Empire. This will help in securing our frontier and also cut off their supplies to most of their forces that are remaining here, or any if that's the case. I'd like to take this time to go ahead and work some diplomacy here. What bits and pieces of the government that are still functioning? One of them is the diplomatic department, I guess you could say. What we're going to do at this point is we're changing our relationship with the Kaedin. They have not honored their mutual defense pact, really. They jumped out of the war too early. And they've been taking over our systems in a bid to secure them, quote-unquote. They took Horikani Prime and Kalimar Major, I believe, and possibly this one as well. No. Regardless, they took Midway from us, and that was a big blow to colonial morale, or Confederate morale, colonial morale, humanity's morale, for that matter. I'd like to take this time as well to go through the diplomatic screen, and first we're going to get a free trade agreement with the Kaedin, and we're going to send out offers for a free trade agreement to other species as well. Okay, and that's just not going to be possible because we're at war with them. Our main objective militarily is to isolate and destroy the Boscurans we can and get a quick end to the war. The government, what's left of it, is going to try to reduce the damage done to the balance, but the problem is there's no upper government to really do this. Most of this stuff is being controlled by Grand Admiral Attar and various committees underneath him, so you almost have a de facto military dictatorship. But the thing about Attar is that he is not the type to take control that way. The best way to look at him is a character much like George Washington, if you're American, and also there's a Roman statesman that also George Washington admired that had control of the country thrust upon him in a time of war, and then gave it back. And that's basically how he functions. I'm actually going to take this time as well to introduce and expound upon some of these characters that you may not have seen. And hopefully by the time you do see this, the rest of the story has been written out. That may not be the case, though. What we have here are some familiars from back in the early days. Grand Admiral Attar has taken over from Grand Admiral Medina. He is in complete control as of this point of the colonial military, as I said. He got this job mostly because of his action at Mitos Prime, saving that the Pakari mining station, I believe it was. That was considered the first human interaction, or human hostile interaction against another species. So he's become somewhat famous, and his positioning as Grand Admiral in command of the military is mostly political. But the thing about Attar is if you put him in a difficult situation, he's going to get the job done. That's just how he is. Moving on, we have Admiral, that's 4-star Admiral Yamamoto. He's the Rock. He's always dependable. He's there. He's very stern, but fair with his command. He's the anvil, if you will. If you need something held, he'll hold it. He also has underneath him a protege, Casto Dobachi. Casto Dobachi is a rear admiral. He has no really commanding authority, but he is basically assisting or exo to Yamamoto. We have Keski, who is a vice admiral. He came on not too long ago. He's a middle-aged man. He is a lackey, a yes man, but he'll get the job done if you need it done. He's dependable, I guess you could say. But other than that, not extremely competent. Nothing amazing from him. Nastello is a newer admiral. He is a rear admiral. He's a little bit younger, not too young though. He's in his 40s. Basically, we still have not been able to prove him, so to speak. He's still kind of showing himself to the rest of the high command. We'll see where his character goes. Hugo Treblulo is a very interesting character. He is a rear admiral. He has a very interesting background. He started out as a orphan. He's never really had anything for himself, but what he does have now, he got it by working hard to get there. He did have a series of tragic events happen at the start of the war. His family was on planet Midway, and were killed in the ensuing riots. And he's been denied any ability to visit the planet, to at least for closure. He's a very bitter man now. Very ambitious person. He's very aggressive in his command style, his fighting style. He is the polar opposite of Yamamoto in that he finds a weakness and he exploits it to the best of his ability, and will stop at nothing to exploit a breakthrough. So that's what the type of character he is. Right now, also, as far as research goes, we're trying to allow the humans the ability to colonize whatever planets we please. Mostly because of what has happened recently with the Boskur and the start of the war, and also the need to expand. So we're going to work on desert colonization, and then volcanic colonization is a little bit far off because we need to work on medicine. And I'm going to get rid of enhanced research because that's not a priority right now. Regardless, volcanic colonization is something we set as a goal. The resettlement programs are still going inside the Colonial Confederation, and that has angered the Kaedin because they see it as a rights violation. But the Boskura being villainized the way they have been is not far from inaccurate. I mean, not far from. It's a very accurate representation because the way they view combat, they view struggles with other races. They see it as a clash of civilizations, as Beskharan do, rather than a diplomatic fight or something you're fighting over resources or whatnot. They literally want to destroy the civilization, and they're very violent in their ways of getting that done. So, are they necessarily the end-all bad guy? Not necessarily, no. But it is very different from humanity and the way we want to deal with other races. So, something to keep in mind. No, we do not. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and move Bastion here. We're going to post them up later in a location that can provide us good coverage. There's a lot of stuff going on. Alright, looks like the Thunderhead is going to be engaging the Runer's Trap. It's a pirate ship with the Savage Bandits. And they really messed up that mining station. It's not good. Dabachi looks like he's learning a little bit from Yamamoto. Okay, Bastion plenty. We need to get Task Force 3 ready to move on to that other system. So I'm going to go ahead and have them move to this planet, and I'm going to have a free resupply ship to deploy. Once you deploy. Hit the wrong thing. Really? Come on, Thunderhead, get him. Okay, I'm tired of this. Like I said, one of our missions is going to be take out what pirates you can in the east. So, we're going to go ahead and attack them. Let's see how we're doing on... Yes, we have a large amount of troops there. That's good. Go ahead and move them to Kalane Minor. Where's number 1? There we go. Since they're just out of range, I'm going to move them to Umwat and have them refuel here. Oop, or maybe not. There's one. Okay. Yes, we're going to go ahead and send out some agents to see if we can disrupt their production. There's 3. Go ahead and have him refuel at shelter. I'm going to move this Kyoto destroyer away, because it's just in the way. Here. Yeah, move to the moon. Looks like Atar gained a good tactician trait. That's interesting. He's a poor space defender. Okay, there's Fury. There's Rage. Oh, that's interesting. We have a, looks like a nearly human type construction there. Alright, let's move that security force out to engage those pirates. There has to be pirates in here somewhere. Yes, 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 yes. Who do these pirates belong to? Savage Bandits. I think that's the Savage Bandits up there. Double check. The Dirty Bandits. Okay. Oh, looks like we were detected but not killed, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and move our generals to task forces. Energetic and a natural leader, Felix Baumgartner. He was a tank commander back in the early days. Commanded a company of tanks when actually the colonial, or the early days of Colonial Confederation. Once we trade off, we're going to trade off Task Force 2 Shield with Fury, and have Task Force 2 Shield refit because I have several damaged ships, some very damaged. A lot of casualties on board those ships. There we go. So, unfortunately they took out our mining station, but at least we get to take out who, the attacker there. Looks like the Comino Information Authority completed a Trader's Bazaar. They have a large economic hub down here somewhere. That's not really concerning me, though. You're moving so slow. I see. You need to go refuel. Our exploration ships are still out there annoying the heck out of the Boskurans. It's fine by me. Okay. Let's set you on system, nearby systems, sector, automate. Yes, I know you require refueling, that's where you're going to want. Just within your fuel range. 21st Strike Force. That's a carrier. Oh no. We lost a Starfire. Shattering Mayhem. Come on, get there. Let's make sure Task Force 3 is refueled. It's not yet. Go and resend that order. Make sure everyone gets topped off. Okay. Yes. No. A continental planet with a whole bunch of humans in the solar system. Is that 3 L's or I don't know. Okay, scientists are getting more proficient at their jobs. Looks like the Securans had their change cycle end. Well, maybe they'd be happy enough for a free trade agreement? No, okay. We have no money to bribe you with. And just to reiterate, the coupled with the long war and the crushing debt, there have been several riots and protests across the Confederation. Normal citizens refusing to join the military, refusing to do their part. They have no jobs. There's no money to be had. There's some remote colonies actually have food shortages. So we're in a really bad way. I can't stress that enough. That's why Atar is pushing for a quick end to the war without any bureaucratic wrangling. And we've left a huge power vacuum that it's very dangerous at this point. Come on. Get out there and do something. Spear, are you full? Almost. That's close enough. There's only one destroyer, the New Hope, that's not fueled completely, but I'm not necessarily very concerned about that at this point. Okay. Looks like our troop ships are moving in to put land invasion to Colleen Minor 1. And it looks like we have a troop transport here that decided to show up, and I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to land troops there? It's hard to tell. Either way, it got away, so. Why is Sword going away? I don't need you to blockade anything, buddy. It's a resupply ship. I'm gonna deny that. No, we don't want a mutual defense pact because you don't keep up your bargain, end of the bargain. Looks like we have another spaceport here. CSS Paris is out there trying to intercept and destroy that troop ship that was in the previous system. Kalan Miner. Haven't put boots on the ground yet. I'm really serious about this. I really want you to invade that planet. They doing way the heck out there. Okay, looks like our forces invaded and didn't have too much trouble, looks like. It's a fairly short invasion. Or combat period, at least. We're gonna watch Task Force 3 and Admiral Tribulo as he attacks this next system, the Turretum system. Looks like they have a spaceport here. That's going to be our primary target. They're definitely put the hurt on Columbia. Columbia, it looks like, is the flagship for Hulu. That was kind of cool. Looks like the enemy cruiser almost went for a broadside, but got blown up before it could finish that maneuver. Yeah. Looks like Rillo is sending out his ships to intercept the rest of the enemy vessels in the system. Is it a cruiser? Yeah, it's a cruiser with some fighters on it. I think they're trying to get away. Dreadnought will fix that. They're going to intercept something? No, not necessarily. Oh, hey, look. They're trying to get on our good side. I'll definitely help out with the money issue. A little bit. Now, just a little side note for the story. At this time, Tribulo is bombarding the planet of Securians, which are friendly to us, but he has that edge to him. He's kind of a loose cannon. So that'll be something to look forward to reading about. Oh, and he increased his targeting skill, so that's a thing. And we do want an operations map. Doing good so far. Looks like we took out that pirate base there. I'm gonna go and tell them to refuel and refit. And I'm gonna consider revamping our build for some of our ships. Most importantly, the Mace-class Marine landing craft. We're probably just gonna upgrade it and put some nuclear devastators on them, where they can bombard a planet before invading, expressly for the Muscuran worlds to the north, simply because we can't be wasting troops on those planets or watching over the population. So, is it the right thing to do? No. Are we going to do it? Yeah. But that will come later. So they have little troop transports, and what else they have there? Carrier, troop transport, two troop transports and a carrier. Do we have anything available? Need you to refuel. I have 1,000,000 men, and I need them. Okay. Looks like we've already reloaded our soldiers onto the transports. I'm gonna go ahead and move him to shelter. Force them to refuel. Get ready for the next leg of the journey at Turitum. Already looking pretty good. We're at least better than where we were at with the former government. Looks like our cash flow is getting better. We're almost breaking even now, or at least on monthly income. Hopefully that'll change shortly. Okay. Free trade agreement. Yes, we will. No, we don't want a mutual defense pact. Challenger, or the challenge, excuse me. Something's under attack. Want you there. Their shield, we're gonna go ahead and tell them to repair themselves. And it seems as if we're coming up on the end of this episode, so that'll be it for this time. Keep on watching.